With Own Every Word, you can own every word in the metaverse.
Hammy Ground.
Dunkles. Oppo Time Snack.
And every word is a one of one. And do we have a roadmap and utility? You bet your ass. Have you read it all yet? Okay. Own Every Word. It's another NFT project.
Hey everybody, welcome to Own Every Word, the game show where the WordHerd submits answers to fill-in-the-blank statements, and our panel debates which is the best answer so that the person who submitted can earn incredible NFT prizes. I'm your host, Matt Harris, and I'm here with a terrific group of panelists. Believe me, everybody's in for a treat tonight, and here's what they're going to do. They're going to write down which they think is the best fit. They're going to argue their point vehemently, and from the words they choose, they'll come to a consensus, willingly or unwillingly. We're here every Wednesday, so please join us to see who in the WordHerd has submitted the answers that our panelists feel the most worthy. And while I'm on that topic, let's meet our panel, everybody. There we go. Big talent in the building. Thank you all for coming here tonight. Let's make the rounds and introduce you. So our first guest is a stand-up comedian who hosts the hilarious true crime comedy podcast, Women Who Kill. Please welcome Kai, everybody. Kai,
hello.
What's going on with you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're on a Twitch game show. That
Yeah.
tracks. So, like I said, so this is a game show. We're talking about words. So let me just start. Let me throw you a softball question. Is there a word that you ever say just to feel good?
Oh, I can't. I don't think I can say that. Huzzah's a good one. I enjoy huzzah. Huzzah. Yeah.
I love it. I cannot argue with that. Nobody can argue with a good huzzah. That's a great choice. Thank you, Kai, for coming here. Our next guest is a stand-up comedian who's performed on Stand-Up and Stilettos on the TV Guide Network, visited 47 countries performing on military tours, and is, I believe, tomorrow heading to her 10th Edinburgh Fringe Comedy Festival in Scotland. Please welcome Laura Hayden, everybody. Laura, how you doing tonight?
Woo! Yay! It's 4 in the morning where I'm at. So yay, 4:30 in the morning. So I'm feeling great. I'm so excited.
See, I can't wait to see what's going to come out of a 4 a.m. brain. With that, let's go ahead. Let me throw one at you right now. Okay, so again, show about words. So kind of along that same line, is there a word that just motivates you or fires you up, gets you inspired?
Amazing. Every time anybody asks me how I'm doing, I'm like, amazing.
That has been my go-to text word. I don't know why, but in just about every text, I'm putting down amazing. It suits.
It throws them off. They're like, how are you doing today? And I'm like, amazing. And they're like, oh, okay. Because most people go, all right, I'm good. No, amazing. No matter what's happening, it's amazing. Always.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you for joining us. And our final guest tonight is a stand-up comedian. Of course, our final guest is a stand-up comedian who is known as the Valley Jesus. He hosts and produces comedy shows all over the San Fernando Valley, and he has an album streaming on all platforms called My Lymphoma. Welcome, Ryan Talmo, everybody.
Thank you.
Ryan.
Thank you for bringing me out here on the world of Twitch. My kids are excited that I'm doing Twitch tonight.
We're big with the kids. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
So again, words. This time I'm gonna flip you. Same kind of question, but I'm gonna flip it a little bit. Is there a word that you would like to start saying more often?
A word I like that I used to say, it's not really a word. I don't know how to explain this, but I watched The Simpsons a lot as a kid. And so Homer would do this, oh, I used to do that a lot. It's not really a word, but I guess I don't know. I used to do that a lot as a kid, but I want to bring that back every time.
I'm with you. Sense. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Haven't heard it in a while. I think you should jump on that trend, and then we'll all do that. Hashtag all, everybody. Put it out there. So
Aw.
fantastic. We got a big
I'm
whole,
in.
we got a bunch of talent in the room. We're going to get to it. So without further ado, let's get to the game. Now, during each month on Own Every Word, the game show, we build our suggestions around a theme. Our theme today is School's Out, in honor of summer days and all the outdoor activities and special events to celebrate. So each fill in the blank is based around that theme. All right, round one has begun, and here is the first fill in the blank prompt. Get your pens and your writing things ready. Here we go. I flunked math this year, so now I have to go to blank school. Let's see what the WordHerd submitted. I flunked math this year, so now I have to go to art school. I have to go to indecisiveness school. I have to go to jogging school. I have to go to tyranny school. I have to go to hexadecimal school. I have to go to infamous school. I have to go to big boy school. I have to go to ding dong school. I have to go to DJ school. And I have to go to bartender school. Thank you, WordHerd, for bringing it. So, panelists, you have seen what you have seen. Write down the first answer that jumps out at you. And then I'm going to come at you, wondering what you did. I wanted to say hello to all of you and thank you all out there in the WordHerd who are literally hashtagging all as we speak right now. Telling you, trend setting tonight. All right, now I'm seeing eyes up over here on my panel, which leads me to believe that answers have been written down. So let's go and check in with them right now. First, I'm going to start with you, Ryan. I flunked math this year, so now I have to go to, what did you choose?
I chose big boy school. I don't know if you can see that.
I got you.
You got it right there. Yes, I would choose big boy school. I think failing math, the best way to do it is to go to work for Bob's Big Boy, and then you can understand the transactions with money. And I think that's the best way to for me, I failed math, and then I went to work at a restaurant, and so I understand transactions, and now that's all I know about math. So I think you go to Bob's Big Boy, and that's a good school to learn math.
Absolutely. See, you're talking about learning in the practical world and taking it out of academia. Boom.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
think that we just revolutionized education right here. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to look down on my panel and I'm going to Laura. Laura Hayden, what jumped out at you?
Well, there's so many solid choices there. I mean, really. But every one of them, solid choice. But I would have to go with hexadecimal school because it was the most mathy of the group. I mean, come on, everything else there doesn't sound mathy. So if you flunked math, you would have to go to a mathy kind of situation. So hexadecimal, that seems very math-like. Don't ask me what it means. No, I'm just kidding. But it seems very math-like. So that's why I went with it. I just went for the general feeling of math in there. But in Edinburgh, it'd be maths. In the UK, they say maths, which sounds like I have a lisp. But every time I say math, they don't know what I'm talking about.
I just stare at you blankly because it doesn't have an S on the end of it. I will say that it does. If you got sent to hexadecimal school after flunking math, part of the punishment is the fact of you trying to pronounce it also. So add a little bit of that into it as well. Excellent answer. So now, Kai, what say you?
I said that because I was thinking not like I flunked, so I am going somewhere that makes me better at this. I was thinking, I flunked, so now I have no other choice but to do something completely different. I'm done.
Valid.
I'm done with math. I'm gonna go spin at a club in Miami and poorly match beats. That's my rationale.
Not only is that a solid rationale, I think you just pitched a really good pilot for a new Hulu series right now. Like somebody who flunks out of math and then they have to go DJ school in Miami. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it. So here's what we have now, panel. We have 3 different answers, all of them very, very valid. Here is what your next task is going to be. You, taking in what you said and what you heard, are going to now write down your final answer. Were you swayed by something somebody else had to say? It was like, oh, no, I like that. That's actually a good point. I'm going to change my answer. Or are you sticking to your guns? And while you're doing that, we're going to go over to our director, Sam Proof, and check in with the WordHerd.
All right, let's take a look. Moonraven says, Big Boy never fails. I'm glad Big Boy's back too. Irish Lunatic says, Ding Dong School, taught by Ron Jeremy. And he followed up with...
What's that? Who is that?
What it is it's a long class.
my.
Spanda Turtle said, tyranny is clearly the proper answer for any kind of school. That cuts deep. That's... Too soon, my friend. Soda Reap, also on the ding dong wagon. Don't like that phrasing.
You big dummy. Red Fox is in the house
school,
today.
Big dummy. Yep.
You big dummy.
Good. Yeah, it is Red Fox. And finally, decisively, Mogwai says, I like indecisiveness. It brings the coolest. Most college kids don't know what they want to major in anyways. Yep, that's fair. But let's see if we can take our indecisive panel and get a decisive Chumpy. totally blanked on the word. Back to you quick.
Oh, sometimes in a
Consensus.
Consensus. I know what you meant. Sometimes you get a sentence in your head and then you say the wrong strawberry. So here we are, back with our panel. Let's see what they came down. So, Ryan, where did you land?
You know, I switched over to DJ school. I like the idea of just flunking math and just diving right into being a DJ in Miami. It's just it's a shift of gears. It's actually a brilliant idea. Bob's Big Boy, I mean, I thought it was a good idea, but it's not going to work out. There's not enough Bob's Big Boys out there to even continue my, you know what I mean? There's no Bob. Yeah. There's only 2 Bob Big Boy I know of. So having a school of that doesn't make any sense. DJ school, I'm there. So
DJ school all the way. All right. So we got one swayed, and now Laura Hayden. What do you say?
I agree with Kai and Ryan, and I thought his argument was great. I went to DJ school too because I was like, and it sounds way more fun than going to hexadecimal school. I want to drop some beats in Miami.
You know what I mean? Break beats.
I wish I'd flunked math so I could go to Miami. I wish that was my career path. That would have been way funner.
I think now we've just
I was swayed. I was swayed by the argument.
I love it. Most people in Miami have flunked math. All right. So Kai, you have been quite the influencer here tonight. Did you stick to your guns?
I mean, I knew everyone would agree with me because I wouldn't. So yeah.
Boom! We have a consensus right off the bat. There is synergy within this group, and we have a winner. I flunked math this year, so now I have to go to DJ school. Very much congratulations to our winner. You know who you are. Actually, I will be announcing your name soon enough. Oh my goodness. Where did it go? You know what? Congratulations to you. Congratulations. I know, because right now you're jumping up and down and you're like, wait a minute. How come you don't know my name? I promise I will acknowledge you, give you a shout out. Please give a look. See that you will have a sweet, sweet, sweet official, unofficial NFT prize coming to you your way. And now we are on to round 2. Huzzah. Our prompt for round 2 is... can't wait to wear my brand new blank to the beach. Let's see what the WordHerd submitted. I can't wait to wear my brand new lobster to the beach. Can't wait to wear my brand new Shires to the beach. Can't wait to wear my brand new dandies to the beach. My brand new post box to the beach. My brand new fingernails to the beach. My brand new lung to the beach, my brand new Baron Dookie to the beach, my brand new scar to the beach, my brand new ocean to the beach, and my brand new bow tie to the beach. take that in, write that down. WordHerd, you never let me down with this stuff. You do a good mixture of the obvious thing and the absolute craziest thing. And as promised, while our panelists are writing down their answer, give it up to Tomb 2 for being our winner on the round 1. So, Tomb 2, you are number 1 in my heart. And you are our winner. All right, now I'm seeing eyes up. I'm seeing it looks like the panelists are ready to go. This time, I'm going to start with you, Laura Hayden. What did you write down?
I wrote down, I can't wait to wear my new dandies to the beach, because it seems like something that would be fun to wear to the beach, and it could be anything. It could be like my board shorts or my dandies, or my shoes or my dandies, my flip flops or my dandies, and it could be anything that goes in my dandies. I'm going to the beach and taking my dandies.
Right. I feel like that should be some kind of slang that we should just like. That should be new in the vernacular.
It should be some sort of. It should be in the vernacular, and it should be some sort of beach wear. My dandies. I'm going to the beach and wearing my dandies. It could be a thong for, that seems like a dandy too. I'm wearing my thong bikini, right. My dandies.
Seeing the girls with the dandies on. Yeah, no, okay.
In
I'm
Miami,
just writing a song.
Because I went to DJ school.
Boom.
I went to DJ school, and I have to go to the beach now on my dandies.
The pilot writes itself. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Dandies. Excellent answer. Kai, what about you?
I picked Scar.
Okay, hardcore.
Because that's the only benefit of having a scar, right? Is when you get sort of naked, people want to ask how you got it, and then that's your opportunity to story tell. You could say anything. You could be a hero if you want. You could say a shark did it. You could say you got in a bar fight. Even if it was like the surgery that you had because you ate peanuts when you weren't supposed to. Like, you can change the narrative. Be anyone you want to be.
I love that. Turn your scars into stories. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast, you are getting knowledge today. Scar, beautiful answer. Wonderful conversation starter. And Ryan, the Valley Jesus, what you got?
Yes. I got bow tie. I like the idea of bow tie because going to the beach, for me, taking my shirt off and just having my Speedo on. I do wear Speedo sometimes at the beach, and then I just have a bow tie on. That will people will look at me like, why? It's not even a conversation starter. It's a trend that will change, I think, America itself. So it's guys walking around the beaches with a Speedo and a bow tie. It's like I like it. It's a new fashion statement. It's very Zoolander-esque, but I think it will be. I like the idea.
I like it. No,
I'm bow tie to the beach.
I'm picturing it now, and it actually seems, for lack of a better word, dandy. But with that, we have 3 separate answers. Let yourselves be influenced, because now you do that thing that you do where you write down your final answer, and then we do that thing that we do and go to Mr. Sandproof and check in with what the WordHerd is saying.
Right, the word is consensus. The word is consensus. Oh, we're here. Hi. Okay. AS Dogs says, "Gotta be lung, swim like a fish." Right. Irish Lunatic joining us says, "Dandies sounds like a new banana hammock company." I think that's that was a common consensus already.
Make it.
Mr. Huster says, "I know someone who just had a lung transplant, so lung would make sense there." Let me ask you, do they just walk around all day replying to people? Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Like, all right. Sheba Dog says, "I like lobster. We got pincers covering the nipples and tails cover the taint," which is, thanks for making me say all that out loud. And also, that
big
is
lobster.
A huge lobster. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Holy moly.
That's like a $200 lobster. 20 years ago. Spinda Turtle says, "Okay, this is kind of a stretch, but imagine a lobster banana hammock." Apparently not a stretch at all, because we basically just got the onesie version.
I will do no such thing. I will imagine also, no such thing.
You guys are doing terrible things with lobsters. I don't think you understand. Cryptodon says, "Are any of these my words? I can't remember." Let's all take a moment and go through the list. Sorry, Don. No, it doesn't look like it. All right, but let's see if we can't get our panelists to come to a consensus.
You got it. You're right there. Yes. Sam Proof for the win. All right. So you've heard from one another. You've heard from the word herd. Let's see where you landed here in round 2. Laura Hayden, we're going to start back with you. Where you at?
Well, those are compelling arguments, I heard, but I still like my answer of dandies.
Dandies.
I am unswayed. I was thinking lobster too because it's very beachy, but I did that on the last one. And I do agree with scars, but if anybody has a really big scar, it's kind of like tattoos. You don't have to be at the beach. They can't wait to show you. They're like, look at my new scar tattoo / piercing, no matter where it is, or fake boobs. They like to show you that too immediately if they get it, So
I'm with you.
So I think I'm still with dandies.
Sticking with the dandies, and I respect that. Moving along to you, Kai. What do you have?
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I kind of want to switch to lobster now. Can I do that?
You can do what you want. This is your answer.
I feel like the comments were really persuasive, and I feel like PETA doesn't care about lobsters, and I feel like we can still punch down on lobsters. I feel like it's acceptable, and no one's going to come for us for a while.
Yeah, lobsters can be taken down a peg or two, and you hear that word herd.
Yeah, they've had it too good.
Exactly. Here you are. You have done an inception on the panel thus far. Ryan, where are you landing with all this?
You know what? When I was talking about the bow ties, you guys said dandies right after, and I'm like, you know what? The bow tie and the dandy is the same thing, pretty much. What I see so I had to switch over, and I'm going with dandies because I think a bow tie is kind of like wearing a dandy at the beach.
All right, so here's what we got here. We have 2 dandies and a lobster, and here's what we do in those situations. We need to come to a consensus, so I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and the 3 of you talk to each other, convince each other. I'm not going to moderate at all. 60 seconds, come to a consensus, and go.
I gotta say that bow ties and semi-nudity is hack. It's a little hack because of Chippendales, because of strippers.
Yes.
And when you go to the beach, you don't want to be like confused about who is and is not a stripper.
So you're saying that we should bring our new lobster to the beach, and people just do not debate about what we brought. We brought a crustacean to the beach, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I do love the phrase "punch down on the lobster." I do have to say that was a solid takeaway. You can't punch down. We can punch down on the lobster for a little bit longer, which I think is a good slogan. But I would agree that if you're at the beach, it's already a bunch of strippers. You don't know that. Have you been to the beach recently? So I'm still solid on dandies. I have to tell you, although the lobster's a solid second.
Yeah.
So we have reached our 60 seconds. What do we say? Are we coming around, Kai, or Ryan and Laura? Can we switch to lobster? Where do we land?
I don't know. I feel like if I gotta say, I'm gonna go. You know what? I've changed my answer for a 3rd time. I'm gonna go with Kai. I gotta say lobster. Bring my new lobster to the beach. It starts something. I like it. So
all right. The real Sheba dog says real men wear lobsters.
It's sustainable.
Laura, do you agree?
Recyclable.
You were on the fence, Laura. Do you agree?
I don't know if I want the pinchers on my nipples, but I definitely think I would make a statement. So let's go lobster.
Whoa! And look at that! Rising from the depths, lobster is our winner. Word herd, look at you coming in here and doing an inception on the entire panel. Congratulations to Art Addicted. Lobster, I know you were sitting there like, no, they're going to pick mine. Come on, Kai. Kai brought you home. He was persuasive. Not only have you won some sweet, official, unofficial NFT prizes, but, I mean, we really let the world know tonight that lobsters, you've had it too good for too long. So watch out, because you getting come for. And with that, we move on to round 3. moving and grooving here. And here is our third prompt. My summer fling has lasted so long, it's now a blank. Oh, man, let's see what the WordHerd submitted. My summer fling has lasted so long, it's now a classy celebrations. It's now a fiesta. It's now a haulage. It's now a scrum. It's now an armful. It's now a challenge. It's now a recoil. It's now a sitcom. It's now a beefed. It's now a riot. You have quite a choice before you, my panelists. All right. Some of these are going abstract. I cannot wait to hear the mental gymnastics that you are going to do to explain your answers. Oh, yeah. The WordHerd's already going crazy for this, but I'm seeing eyes up. I'm seeing hearts of fire. I'm going to keep this going on down the way. Kai, I'm going to start with you. What do you see here?
I said sitcom.
Boom.
Because I feel like most sitcoms that last a while, they're bad. They're not good. Stupid people like them. And smart people are just so ready, waiting for it to be over. Just cancel it already. Get out of my airspace, you know? Don't come back. Don't go to a different network. I don't ever want to see you again.
Right.
I don't want you to move to streaming.
This is to the sitcom. No, this is not to any summer fling that Kai may have right now. He's only talking about the sitcom in this game show. See, I got you back. All right. Wonderful answer. Ryan, I'm going to move on to you. What do you think?
Yeah. I got to say sitcom.
Boom.
Yeah. Summer Fling is a seriously it lasted that long is a situational comedy more than anything else. Like you didn't expect it to be that funny again, like what Kai was talking about for the first season. And then it's kind of like, in Happy Days where they jump the shark. It's like, what the hell's going on? Why did we jump the shark? Why are we doing this now? So that's what I feel like with the sitcom. And I had a few sitcom relationships myself. A lot of them remind me of the sitcom Friends. It was terrible.
Yeah. I have to agree with all of this. This is all sounding like it makes sense. And with that, Laura, let's go to you.
There's some solid choices in this list. I wanted to pick Scrum just because I dated a rugby player for a while, and you don't see that often in print. The word Scrum in the guy who's the hook. It's a rugby term. Scrum. It's the group of people in the middle. The guy's a hooker. In the middle of the scrum. And you don't see that often, in print and people using it. But for the many reasons already listed, I also picked sitcom because it goes on and on and on, and everybody dates everybody else, and it's long and horrible, and we should just end it before there's a shark and jumping. And it's the new Lobster, not a shark anymore. We're going to jump the lobster.
That's right. That's right. Lobster. Know your place. Well, right. Well, all of us, we have what appears to be an immediate pre-consensus. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you if you feel like you have something to write down and be swayed, but probably not. We're still going to check in with Sam Proof and the WordHerd, though. What are they saying right now? Are they arguing?
All right. Let's see. Straight out of the gate, Sheba Dog says sitcom because it's so long. Soda Reap early on agreeing with Kai, who started this whole thing. Crypto Don says this all depends on how touchy-feely this summer fling was. We need more variables filled in. I understand. Punkish Game says How I Met Your Mother 2, clearly a sitcom. Irish Lunatic started out as a soap opera, ended as a sitcom, but it's not all sitcom comments. There are a little bit more. Crypto Don says, was it a scrum-worthy? Nope, I'm wrong. Summer fling that turned into a sitcom, still sitcom. My bad. And I think Mogwai has nope. Oh, sitcom is real for predictable relationships. Wait, Moonraven Here we go. A fling gone bad is a recoil. Also, possibly being the only person in the chat with a different opinion might make other people recoil. Sorry, Moonraven. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. Okay, I would tell our panelists to try and come to a consensus, but I guess at this point, try and spice things up a little.
There you go. So, panel, tell me more, tell me more. Are we all still at the same sitcom?
Yeah.
Heads
Yeah,
nodding.
I am.
All right. This
I think
was a slam dunk. This is probably one of the fastest consensus, whatever. And this is also one of the most ubiquitous. That's right. I'm using the $5 words here. Ubiquitous consensuses that I have seen happen because all of our illustrious panelists and the WordHerd were like, come on, it's sitcom. So you ain't gonna believe this. Tomb 2, you are on fire tonight. This is your second win. You won round 1 and round 3, and everybody in America agrees with you. How does it feel to be right all of the time? So congratulations to you. Now you have a second NFT prize coming your way, and you can celebrate by buying me lunch. We don't have to go anywhere. You just send it Uber Eats right to my door. All right. With that, now we can move on to round 4. Now, just to let you know a little bit about our round 4, it's the twofer round where only people with 2 cards can submit. It's all going to make sense because the answer will be 2 words. Let's see what that prompt is. If I don't drink enough blank, I might get blank stroke. Let's see what the WordHerd submitted. If I don't drink enough oddities, I might get moonbeam stroke. If I don't drink enough plonk, I might get overheated stroke. If I don't drink enough cartons, I might get electric stroke. If I don't drink enough interestingly, I might get golfer's stroke. If I don't drink enough pickled guts, I might get extreme stroke. Enough parts, I might get machines stroke. Enough tremendous, I might get blown stroke. Enough dishwater, I might get boldest stroke. Enough porridge, I might get shank stroke. And enough tonic, I might get aurora stroke. They have thrown you a fastball with a little English on it. Just to let you know, when you are picking your words, they come as pairs. So there's no mixing and matching with words. It's only the word that is right next to it that you will be able to pick. So with that, panelists, do what you will with what you have, because I'm telling you right now, all of these descriptions of stroke are throwing me for one. They are throwing me all kind of sides in every definition of the word stroke that you can have. And let's see. Okay, yes, I'm seeing eyes up. I'm seeing some people that look like they are ready to go. So let's flip things around here. Laura Hayden, what jumped out at you?
A couple things jumped out at me. But I went with tonic, and I might get aurora stroke for a couple of reasons. One, I love the creativity of the answers, but I do work in the medical field, and tonic is actually a drink. Although dishwasher, could be dishwasher a drink, but tonic is actually a drink, and aurora is actually a medical condition where you see rings around your head and you see like colors through your eyes. You know, kind of like a hallucinating kind of thing. I get an aurora. People just before they get a migraine headache, will get an aurora around their eyes. So, in stroke is a medical condition, traumatic brain injury, TMI. So I was like, it seemed the most stroke worthy. So I went tonic and aurora. So I wouldn't be too literal. I'm waiting for the very creative answers from the other people in the panel. But that's what struck me right there. It is purely a medical thing. I
love it. I no apologies for that, because I am learning stuff today that I am going to then repeat
and they
at
actually
parties.
used to use tonic.
Like I know what I'm talking about.
Tonic also used to be used actually to help medical conditions back before they knew better. But anyhow, it was a tonic to get rid of situations.
Yeah, I drink tonics to get away from situations too nowadays, but I know what you're saying.
But the medicine man used to come around and give you tonics. You can buy the tonics from the medicine man at the carnival at the fair. Take this tonic or this tincture to get rid of your aurora stroke.
Yeah,
it did a lot of them. That's why they bought more.
And liquor. Oh, my favorite kind of cocktail. This time I'm going to switch up the order a little bit and go over to you, Ryan. Ryan, what are you seeing here?
The words that we got here with the tonic, the porridge, pickled guts. I mean, that's all liquids right there. Pickled guts. I was very interested at what would happen. It would be an extreme stroke, I imagine. The porridge would have been interesting because I thought that was like the Three Little Bears kind of thing. But I picked dishwater, and the boldest stroke. Mm-hmm. Now, I drank dishwater when I was a kid, and it was disgusting. I did it on a dare. My brother dared me to do it, and I drank it, and I threw up. Did I have a bold stroke? Maybe. I was coughing a lot, and I coughed up bubbles. But if I did have a stroke, it would be the boldest stroke because I drank dirty dishwater.
Boom.
And so I deserve the boldest stroke if there is such a thing as a boldest stroke. But yes, that is my answer. I'm going to stick to this one because I drink dishwater.
Yeah.
I know the pain.
I hope you hold that over your brother to this day. Like you had me drinking dishwater.
It's been 35 years. I haven't forgotten. So,
well, that is a bold stroke. That is a bold stroke of bravery, and I commend you, sir. Kai,
yes. Thank you.
I thought only cartoons like coughed up bubbles after drinking soap. I didn't know that was like a real thing that happened to.
It's true.
3D humans, but I picked pickled guts and extreme because I feel like this is something that like do you guys remember when Joe Rogan hosted Fear Factor?
Yep.
I feel like Fear Factor's biggest fan would just be sitting at home like practicing, just like making gut smoothies and submitting audition tapes over and over again. And he just like built up his tolerance to a point where if he didn't have enough pickled guts in his day, he would just have like a conniption, otherwise known as an extreme stroke, you know, sponsored by Red Bull. Rockstar, Monster, pick one.
I love it. I love it. I see it happening. I think that's going to be the main character of the DJ School in Miami pitch. So we are building on this. I'm loving that. We have 3 separate answers here. Let's see if you were swayed. Go ahead, write down your final answer, and let's go to Sandproof and see what the WordHerd is saying. I'm sure they're saying a lot.
All right, Soda Reap just says, pickled guts, now available at your Russian grocery store, which I think that's where that's from, probably. Mr. Mike Hughes says, golfer stroke sounds like a real thing. Yeah. Moon Raven, tough choices, been there, done that for all of them.
Why?
Okay. Irish Lunatic says, I love me some ploink when I'm getting overheated, which really sounds like you are actively having a stroke when you're saying that sentence out loud. Shiba Dog says, this is crazy hard, but cartoon and electric makes as much sense as anything. I mean, yeah, I guess. Purple Ninja robot car. There you go. That's sensible. Let's see if we can get to a sensible consensus. Back to you.
Bam. All right. So here we are. Now this is we had some good answers. We had a medical one. We had some history, and then we had a Fear Factor possible contestant. Let's see where we all landed on that. So, Laura, you were saying you were open to change. Did anybody influence you?
I have to tell you that I too had older brothers, and I was, I dare you, I dare you, I dare you, I dare you, I dare you. I'll give you $1, I dare you. And I can't even tell you the amount of things I drank as a child under I dare you. And so the nostalgia factor brought me back, Ryan, to my childhood. So I went dishwater. I too have drank dishwater with pickle juice and probably a little bit of whatever else weird in the cover. Here, pickle juice with cinnamon with some dishwater, and then put it in the blender with some ice cubes to make it a frappe. And somehow I didn't end up with an extreme stroke. But if I did it now, I'm sure I would.
Man, that is real.
No, it was not extreme check. Dishwater, boldest, sorry.
Yeah.
But,
Dishwater
so I went
and
for the
boldest.
nostalgia factor. Thank you, Ryan, for bringing it back. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I want to try a cocktail at that family reunion. Ryan, did you stick with your guns?
Yeah, I stuck with this first time. I stuck with because everyone else had great arguments with theirs. I believe it is nostalgia for me. It is. I drank dishwater and it was awful, and now I have kids of my own and I see them drinking dishwater. So it's like it's passing on from generation to generation of stupidity. So we're all going to get strokes.
But it's always good to have a tradition in a family.
Yes.
And with that, Kai, what you got?
I feel like the more I think about it, the more that I think that our answers are actually the same.
Okay.
I think you two, your siblings prepared you to eventually, audition for Fear Factor, and you dropped the ball. You should have done it. You had experience drinking disgusting things without even getting money for it. What are you doing? So like I would say I might be convinced to switch, but I feel like I should stick to my guns just by virtue of who I am and what I look like on the screen next to everyone right now. So I'm gonna stick to my guns and see if I can convince you guys that your answer is basically my answer.
Okay, so with that, I'm putting 60 seconds on the clock. Convince each other and go.
Drinking dishwater is like drinking pickled guts. It's the same thing. Joe Rogan would have asked us both to drink one of those for Fear Factor, for sure.
I think
it's just dishwater with a rat thrown in.
I think Kyle should be running for politics. The mind control he has over us is like he's like, you're gonna come to my side. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make you think. It's the same thing, which is actually true because pickled crap was part of what I drank in the mixture at the home. So you are right. And extreme is a much better second answer. And just let me know where you want me to write the check when you run for some sort of political office, Kyle.
Yes. It looks like Laura and I are both switching over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Again, Kai with it's the same answer, but how about we make it my answer argument?
It's Fear Factor.
That was one of the best Jedi
Kai
mind tricks that I have ever seen in here. You don't need to see his identification or anything like that. He's in here, like Ike Turner from What's Love Got to Do with It. So, congratulations to Pickled Guts and Extreme. It jumps out at you. Harry Tarzan is our winner. Congratulations, Harry Tarzan. You did it. You Kai, you actually now, not actually you, Harry Tarzan, you owe Kai lunch, all right? Because he brought you that win and served it up on a silver platter. While we are moving and grooving, Harry Tarzan, you're going to get your NFT prize coming to you. Look for it. And now, my wonderful panelists, we are on to the final round. This one is for the gold and special edition cards only, so the chances of winning are greatly increased. And with that, here we go. Since I don't have to be anywhere at 8 a.m., I can finally catch up on my blank. Let's see what the WordHerd has submitted. Since I don't have to be anywhere at 8 a.m., I can finally catch up on my anxiety. I can finally catch up on my bulk. I can finally catch up on my belly dance. I can finally catch up on my unconscious. I can finally catch up on my materialistic child. I can finally catch up on my morality. I can finally catch up on my sweatpants. I can finally catch up on my foil. I can finally catch up on my poaching. I can finally catch up on my unloose. Now, I know there's a couple that jumped out at me right away, and I'm wondering if our illustrious panel could have come to the same conclusions, because so far it's been absolutely fantastic. So writing is happening. Here we go. Final round, gold and silver edition. I'm going to go ahead and start the way I finished. Let me reverse that. Finish the way I started. And this time I'm going to start with you, Ryan Talamo, the Valley Jesus.
That's
What do
me.
you got for me?
You know what? Since I don't have to be anywhere at AM, I can finally catch up on my. I looked at all those. I thought sweatpants would have been kind of cool. I like to wear sweats in the morning, and I can catch up on wearing that a little longer than usual, I guess. Poaching doesn't sound right. What makes more sense than anything to me is anxiety. I just can catch up on it because I have a lot of anxiety, and you know what? When I wake up and I have to go to work, I have to leave the anxiety home. I can't bring it to work, or I'm not going to function. I'm going to lose my job if I have all this anxiety and I'm all shaking and hitting things. So it's good at 8 a.m. I can do it at home, and I can drink some coffee, and that will cool down my anxiety, and then I can just watch YouTube all morning.
There you go. Because you don't want to get backlogged in anxiety. And then you're like, damn it, now I got all this anxiety to do.
Yeah, you just want to get it through. You got to plan out your anxiety more than anything else.
Makes sense to me. And so moving on down the screen, Laura Hayden, what could you be catching up on?
Again, a lot of solid choices up there. I thought anxiety was a great answer just because it's the funniest. First off for me, bulk and belly dance seem like it's your gym time going on there. I got to catch up on my bulk. Unconscious, sweatpants, and unloose all seem like they're all sleeping or resting. Materialistic, you're going to catch up on your shopping. Morality, you're going to go to church or pray, do some yoga. Poaching, you're going to steal your neighbor's stuff because they're not home anymore. But I always need sleep, so I said I was going to stay home and catch up on my unconscious. So that's what I need more of in my life, clearly, because it's 4 o'clock in the morning where I am right now.
AM and still big shots out. Big props to you for doing that.
Well, it's not 5, so okay, better.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'm kidding. There's no place else I'd rather be.
Now it all makes sense. All right. Well, okay. Catch up on that unconscious, at which I am almost certain you'd be doing after this. And Kai, what say you?
When I don't have anywhere to be in the morning, I get to sleep in, I get to wake up and at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And do what I usually do much earlier in the day, which is immediately open my phone and start doom scrolling for hours. So I'm going to say anxiety, because I have so much more time to panic when I don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah, right?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's what it's you get your panic done in bulk. All right. It's like going to anxiety Costco. You get the box that has all the little boxes in it. I'm with you. All right. So we got the answers here, all compelling arguments for the final round. Write down your final answer. And one last time, we're going to go to Sam Proof and check in with the WordHerd.
All right. I just made my screen real big. Cool. All right. Houston says not having to be anywhere at 8 a.m. gives you anxiety. I think it's the opposite. I think it gives you sweatpants. Moonraven says double dare the panel to take morality. So making a bold stroke here. Crypto Don says bulk, what the Hulk calls his poops. Thank you for making me say that one. Irish Lunatic says I could never catch up on morality. So we know. So to Reap backing that up with, we all need to catch up on our morality, a bunch of degenerates. Again, we know. We were here for the lobster taint banana hammock. Mogwai says, I like anxiety. Strong start here. But obviously, materialistic child, mine, go me. This is so fun, too exciting when you see your own words. That's right. If you are a word holder from the Own Every Word NFT, after this show, we'll have the next the submissions for next week's show. So make sure you get them in, because that's how it works. All right. I don't have an official script for that. Let's see if we can get an official consent. Who wrote this?
You're on it. You're on it. You're all over it. That was it was beautifully pronounced. All right. Don't you ever sell yourself short, Sam Proof. All right. So we are now back with our illustrious panel, and here we are. Moment of truth. Let's see what the final answer is. From the Valley Jesus himself, Ryan Calmo. What is your final answer?
Sticking to my guns, anxiety.
Anxiety.
Just makes sense. I mean, I have an anxiety every day.
Yep.
I just like to get my anxiety done early in the morning. So it makes sense. I mean, if you have anxiety, you want to get it done out of the way. So yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Laura Hayden.
Well, since it was my initial gut reaction to go with anxiety, and of course, because Kai said it, I'm going to say whatever he says. I got to catch up on my anxiety. Let's be honest.
Oh man! Yes.
And whatever happens, Kai's going to be like, "You're gonna change your mind anyhow," and I'll be like, "Okay."
So with that, on to the Jedi Master himself, the man who's already inside your mind and who already knows what you're going to say, because he's going to tell you what it is. Kai.
Yeah, I actually changed my mind, and I wrote the same thing just differently. So
Woo! If you the sheer moment of panic that just happened of like, what? Have we changed our minds? That was worth the price of
admission.
Going to
make sure he was going to pick something else just to see if he could get us to change again.
Yeah.
I now choose own every word.
Okay.
That's always on the table. So anxiety, much as it is in life, is our winner for round 5. Congratulations to Art Addicted. Again, another double in-game winner. Boom, boom. That's 2 times for your win. You have another official, unofficial NFT coming to you. Congratulations to you and everybody in the WordHerd, and to our illustrious panelists. That's our show. That's the game. Thank you so much for watching Own Every Word, the game show. And thank you, panelists. You made it fun. You made it wonderful to watch mind control happen. It was like watching a mentalist type show or a hypnotist, and I loved every second of it. And before we go, let's tell people where we can find them. So, Kai, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Kai Comedy, also on Venmo at Kai Comedy. You can find me on Instagram at Hey It's Kai with 3 I's. And you can listen to my podcast. It's a true crime comedy podcast called Women Who Kill. And each episode, I have a funny person on, and we talk about a lady who killed someone. Sometimes they're not ladies, I don't know. Sometimes they're not very ladylike, but who's to say?
I'm checking it out. Absolutely. All right. Thank you for being here. Laura Hayden, where can the people find you?
For the next week on the streets of Edinburgh, barking for my shows. And then Dr. Laura Hayden on Instagram, Laura Hayden Fun on Twitter, Laura Hayden on Facebook. Whiskey Women is my podcast. And I have some books on Amazon. Just type in Dr. Laura Hayden and you'll find it. And other than that, probably some bar or coffee shop catching up on my anxiety in the morning.
Oh, love it. Happy, safe travels to you out there. And
thank you.
Scotland, catch her. Go see her shows. All right. You see her out there barking in the street, grab a flyer, go see a show. And the Valley Jesus himself, Ryan Talma. Where can the people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, just at Ryan Talma. It's very simple. Also, that's pretty much. I don't have a podcast. I used to have a podcast, but not anymore. But you guys can listen to my album, Mylofoma. You can find that on all platforms. Just go on Amazon, Spotify, Pandora, whatever you want. Yeah, I'm there. You can listen to me, and yeah, or you can find me in the San Fernando Valley, somewhere out there.
Absolutely, blessing the people with your comedy. And
Yep.
to all out there, thank you for watching. I've been Matt Harris. You can join us again next Wednesday and every Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. It's been a wonderful night, everybody. Good night.